Hi, this is Anita with 5 Minutes with Art. You know, a lot of people might ask the question and say, where did art really come from? When did art start? You know, how long has art been around? Well, there's probably a bit of a story that kind of goes like this. Thousands of years ago, a man drew his own shadow. He took up a burnt stick and drew it around. Then he started to draw stick figures in the caves. That's how art got started. When you think about the legend of the caveman that's more than 30,000 years ago, people then did not see it as art, but today we see art, as art as any form of drawing. So we see those cavemen as their art as basically a form of art. Many historians agree that if art had one place would have started, it would have been Africa. African people have lived more than 70,000 years and have drawn art and art objects. The artist's piece of artwork is found in some caves there in Africa. So, art really is something that started. Whether or not these cavemen saw it as art, did they see it as communication? Did they see it because they wanted to beautify their cave? We probably don't really know. But since the beginning, human beings have had creativity. They've used creativity. There's been those who've been naturally maybe more creative than the others who have tried to use art and use their abilities to be able to create some type of art. So we see the cave paintings as an early art form, that the paintings which are on these walls were an early type of art form that has been around for literally thousands and thousands of years. So if you ask, where did art come from? Of course, art probably we could say it came from the cavemen. It came from thousands and thousands of years ago. Tattoo is also one of the early types of art forms, men had some tattoos, and tattooing, especially in some of the cultures, as the Polynesian cultures, where they did a lot of tattoos on their bodies. That would be a form of a type of art form also that would have been down throughout for centuries and for many, many years. And for many of them, the tattooing was not just art, but it also indicated genealogy. So here's one of the things to remember, that back then, art maybe wasn't art as we know it today. Like, people maybe didn't do art just to be able to decorate their house, to show in a museum, but they probably did art more with a specific purpose. Like the Tahitian had the tattoo, that they showed the tattoo in order to have art as a form of their family or genealogy. The cavemen maybe used art to be able to communicate something to other cavemen, even though today it might be considered a form of art. It is art that really makes us human. It's because of art that we are human beings. Compared to the other animal species who don't draw, who don't paint, who haven't put things up even in the cave so many years ago, it is art that makes us as human beings have that human element in our lives. As human beings, we are able to appreciate and to view art. That is why some of us may be more creative than others. Maybe we're naturally born with that type of creativity. And others maybe have this desire that they want to go out and paint. Even if they were cavemen, they'd want to go out and paint on the caves or on the walls of it. Also is something that makes us human, because art can make us laugh. It can make us cry. It can make us think. Art can connect us. It can connect us and be a bridge to the world. Art can be a bridge to history, but more than that, it can be a bridge to other human beings. Art can also help make us all better human beings. It's through art we can see the differences of the world. We can see cultures. We can understand history. We can understand other types of people. As we take a painting for what it is, we can accept others for who they are. It can help make us better human beings by understanding more about the past through art. We can know where we came from and those who went before us. As we study art, we can learn about other cultures, other places, other times. Art can transport us into a different world. It can bring joy to our lives. It can have us appreciate the wonder of the sea or the beauty of a sunset. It can have us look differently at other things that we normally would not look at if it wasn't for art. This is one of the reasons why we love art so much, why we are great fans of art. And one reason why I do this podcast is because I want to be able to have people have a quick way to be able to understand or think about something of art. So next time when you see a painting or you see art, or even if you see a photograph, if you see something that reminds you of art, think about how does this art help me to become human, and how does it help me to become a better human being? And then you think about this wonder and this great gift that we've been given that is known as art. Thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate you, our listeners, and we hope you'll subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, that you'll give us a thumbs up and tell others about this podcast. Without you, this would not be possible. Thank you so much.